Hi, this is Joanne Mosk, and this is my tech demo for technology and language education. Sorry about my voice. I had intended to do this demo earlier, but I've had a viral infection in my throat all week. Believe it or not, this is actually the best I've sounded in days. Today we'll be using Wikis for my lesson plan to teach about the history of Spain in a sophomore level Spanish class. So for the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the wiki.com site /fandom. Fandom is a site where a majority of wikis get their start, like a Harry Potter or a Legend of Zelda wiki. You can really use Fandom to create a wiki about anything you're interested in. And as I've mentioned, for our purposes, we'll be using it to create a wiki about the history of Spain. Okay, so before we do that, I'm going to show you how to register for the website. For example's sake, I'm going to use a really old email I made up when I was a sophomore in high school. And for our username, it's just you go with student 2018, for example. Then obviously create a password. I know most of you guys already know how to register for a website. And once you've done that, go to your email and confirm your account. It'll take you right to your profile page. Notice your gray status on your profile right now. This means that you don't have access to edit any wikis yet. In order to do that, the main administrator, that's me, who created the wiki page, has to give you permission to become an admin as well. So we're going to go to our page that I've already created for us, the History of Spain, and you'll notice that some of the directions are already in Spanish over here. That's because for this page I've made the official language Spanish, and for your projects, your pages will also have to be entirely in Spanish, except for your citations. You can leave those in English. Real quick, I'm going to show you how the admin process works. You'll see these icons up here. I'm going to go to this little icon that looks like a speedometer. This is the admin dashboard, clearly. So as you can see right now, I'm logged into Student 2018. They don't have permission yet to do anything on this wiki. Alright, so now I'm logged back into my creator profile. I'm using an incognito window, by the way, so I can use both accounts at the same time, just in case you're wondering why the border of the pages were black. So from here I'm going to go back to the admin dashboard. From here I'm going to go to users rights, and from here I can add in the user who I want to have access to the wiki. I make sure all these boxes are all checked, and I don't think I have to have a reason to allow access, but I'm just going to put one anyway. And then I add you. So now you can see that the Student 2018 page has now changed from gray to blue, meaning you now have permissions. And I'll pass around a sheet around class so that when you're registering for the website, you can write down your usernames so I can add you and you can get started on your projects. So to get started on your project, you go back to the History of Spain page and click Add a Page icon. So for example, I'm going to start the Romanos page. Once you add something, it's going to ask you what kind of edit you made. Just stick with the following this page option and write a brief description of what you changed so I can see it later. This part can be done in English if you prefer, but as I said, the page itself has to be done in Spanish. I would also recommend reviewing your changes, but you can do that anytime really. So once you've created your page, do your research, add photos, text, and just kind of play around with the different tools of a wiki and see what you want to do with it. And then when you're all done with your page, you and your group mates have all reviewed it and proofread each other's work, go back to our main page and add a link to the text. So I'm going to show you how to create a link to different pages. I'll add the content section for you guys with the list of your different time periods so that when you copy your URL to your page, and click the link button, paste your URL into this box and the page will show up in the options. You just click on that and it creates the link for you, and then you save and that link will lead you directly to your page. And that's how you create links to different pages.